Yeah. Fantastic.
Hey.
1.5% cash back.
Here I am. It's that happy time again.
When I first
I'm alive.
room rendering from I'd never
in spite of the virus,
this way. Monty gave
I'm alive.
the knowledge and skill set of interior design.
So here I am. It's Saturday, and it's me. Cough has nothing to do with the virus. I just decided to cough. So, hey, buds, up aboard. It's infected, at least as far as I know. Since you can't get tested, as far as I know. It's that happy time again. So the numbers keep going up, of course. Hey, dog. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Just keeping up with the news. You know, the numbers keep rising. So who tuned out? Oh, okay. I got to again. The numbers keep rising. In fact, I had to change my numbers twice already today. Okay. It's unbelievable. Last week I said we had 1,264 sick people in this country. Obviously, 24,000 is a hell of a lot more than 1,200. Because now we're testing more. But we're still not testing enough. And they have enough tests for the rest of the fucking world. So why we don't have enough tests for us, I have no idea. But we've still decided not to use the tests that are available through the World Health Organization. And we're just using the tests that we're developing here. And the turnaround on these things is unbelievably long. And I just don't understand why there has to be such a huge turnaround on these things. When you could go to the Mayo Clinic and it only takes 2 hours to get your result. Around on these things. But if you don't have the money, it takes several days. So again, it pays to play it, or if you can pay, you can play it. So that seems to be the way it works once again in this country. If you got it, you got it. If you don't got it, you're fucked. But since we're fast approaching 420, I guess we can just work on that, And what the fuck? We's all gonna die. Let's just put it that way. I'm gonna light the fuse on this bomber because 420 is only seconds away. Oh, happy 420. So apparently everybody has hunkered down. Hey, Whimsy Creek Art, welcome aboard. Oh, LD came down Thursday. He's hobbling around with a walker. and he's feeling better. I think his cough, just a weed cough. Got one spot in the front still hurting. Wait, I need glasses today. But a doctor's appointment Monday. So let's see, might just need a little more time to heal. I'm sure that's what it is. I'm sure you just need some time. I mean, that's a gallbladder operation. That's pretty intense, you know. I mean, you're talking about going in and removing an organ. I mean, everything inside your body has to adjust to that. You know, I mean, you got a hole in there. You know, you got an empty space. It has to be filled up with everything else. Everything in your body has to move around, compensate for that. So, anyway, there are some states that still aren't taking this shit seriously. Okay. Texas, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Missouri, Mississippi, Idaho, and Wyoming still aren't taking this seriously. Okay. They some of them don't have mandatory school closings, which is nuts. Some of them don't have mandatory restaurant and bar closings, which is crazy. Some of them don't have mandatory group bullshit going on. They're still letting people gather. Florida, which isn't on my crazy list, only today decided to close the beaches because, of course, they didn't want to miss out on spring break. And they didn't close restaurants that had liquor licenses. Okay. This is fucking nuts. Because you got people down there on spring break who are going to go home to their home states. And who knows what they're taking with them. Okay. Don't they realize how fucking serious this is? I mean, Italy lost 793 people in a 24-hour period. I realize they have an elderly population. Okay. And this is why one of the reasons they're losing so many people so fast. But still, this is crazy. I mean, not to close all your schools. I mean, counties in Texas have taken it upon themselves to close their fucking schools because the state hasn't done it voluntarily. The state hasn't said, you have to close all your schools. They've said, well, we'll leave it up to the locals. This is nuts. Other states have done this too. You got to close the schools. And what is it? Now, we have this Defense Production Act in this country. Okay. And the president has implemented the Defense Production Act. Okay. Now, under the Defense Production Act, we can say to companies, make this for us. Okay. Here's the money, make this for us. But we have to tell the company, here's the money, make this for us. We can't just say, we have implemented the Defense Production Act and then not tell the companies to do anything. But that's precisely what we've done. We have said, we have implemented the Defense Production Act. Excuse me. And that's no way to treat 420. But we haven't told any of these companies to start producing shit. Consequently, we have an extreme shortage of all of these medical supplies. telling people to make them. And that's all we have to do is tell these companies, here's the money, make this shit. And they'll make the shit. What do we say here? I mean, teachers are dying and no school. When? They will be going to school in the summer. Well, personally, I think kids should go to school 12 months out of the year. Okay. The only reason there's a summer break for kids is because they used to help out on the farm. Well, these days, kids don't do shit all summer. Okay. They just kick around. All right. How about the federal government? That's what the federal government ought to be throwing money at these fucking companies to make shit. Companies should be retooling to manufacture this stuff. Okay. That's what they did. That's what they did during World War II. We threw money at companies and they retooled to make whatever the fuck we needed. And they did it instantly. Okay. And welcome aboard, Foraging Seeker. Back to BlackBerry battles to make space for yet tastier things. Oh, good for you. This is impact. Where are the workers working on this stuff, which refills the things we are rapidly running out of? Yeah, I know. You got Governor Cuomo in New York, who is going overseas and buying shit. Okay, he's going wherever he can get the medical supplies that his state needs. Okay, he's doing whatever he can. He's even and he's testing people like this. New York has extremely high numbers right now. In fact, between Washington, California, and New York, where they've been doing the majority of the testing, they have the majority of the cases. What a surprise. But what they're doing in Iceland, now I understand that Iceland is a small country. What they're doing in Iceland is they're testing everybody. And what they've discovered is that 50% of the people who are testing positive. So you can't just say, well, unless you feel sick and you got a fever, then you need to be tested. Everybody needs to be tested. Okay. And we've turned down this World Health Organization test, which is what the rest of the world is using. Okay. In favor of producing our own, which we aren't producing fast enough, nearly fast enough. So we're not testing enough people. Consequently, we have no idea how many of these fucking cases are out there. Okay. I mean, we haven't got a fucking clue how many sick people we have in this country. And we got people walking around all over the place. Okay. Wednesday, they were packed. Paris on Wednesday, and the beaches in Florida on Wednesday. Streets of Paris are naked. 3 people walking around. Okay. And the beaches in Florida are packed. We can't do this. Okay. And to think that this is, because they're saying, well, here in Illinois on Monday at 9:00, all the bars and restaurants in the state were closed. Oh, man. Okay. They have a downtown St. Patrick's Day parade, and then they have a Southside Irish parade. All right. Where are the workers working on the stuff which refills the things we rapidly run out of? No, yes. Foraging, we have to be prepared for the long haul, staying productive, remaining energetic, eating, drinking well. Those things help. Not all of Washington has tests readily available. No elderly, very sick people that are told maybe next week. Oh my goodness. See, dog came down Thursday for a visit, and he packed a cone and handed it to me, and I said, "No thanks, but I'm old, okay? I'm not taking any chances. I'm 72, okay? That's half a gross, okay? Yes, puff, puff, don't pass. That's half a gross, okay? Well, yes, Mrs. Spliffy, sometimes I'm probably all gross, but uh, I'm middle aged if I live to be 144, but I'm not taking any chances here. I'm not leaving the house. Uh, I'm my parents' first responder. Both are exceedingly high risk. That fact is why I'm here in the first place. A tough reality, thinking of how the best support worst case scenario. Uh, yeah, exactly. My bestie is 48 and 47. I don't want to insult her. And kisses. That's the way it is. Her father is 75. Uh, she's afraid to go to his house. Uh, you know, uh, she came by, gave me a wellness check the other day uh, through the storm door. Okay. So I don't want to take any chances at my age. All right. YouTube announced it would be lowering the quality of streams in the UK due to the overload to the system. Well, I truly miss going to the bar. I mean, that's my social life and my news feed. They probably are doing it to streams here too. That helps me keep working it, remaining hydrated. So typical for me to not drink enough, and now I lose lots in labor. Thank you, Whimsy. Much love. All your family well. Oh, Stony, welcome aboard. Didn't see you up there. Yeah, thanks for coming aboard, Cedar. Appreciate you being here. So, these Republican assholes in the Senate use a similar password on many sites. That's why I get confused. Like it's a 1 or a 2 or whatever. And well, I'm glad you come aboard. Anyway, these asshole Republicans in the Senate have put together a financial stimulus package that's supposed to benefit our economy during this crisis. Well, it fucks us, okay? It's great for the billionaires, but it don't do us much good. Yeah, well, this was their plan. Get this now. If you make if you make under $75,000 a year, making $150,000 a year, you get a $2,400 check. Now, if you're indigent and you're living off your $13,000 a year Social Security benefit, okay. Yes, you're right, Stoney. McConnell is the devil. Get something. Okay. That's how it works. Okay, you have to be wealthy to get something. So now, if you're a small business, they've set aside $10 billion for fee-free loans. Okay, get that now. It's a fee-free loan. Now, the airlines are getting $50 billion handed to them. Not a loan. They're just going to give them $50 billion. And they got $8 billion set aside for cargo carriers. Okay. And then $150 billion set aside for all the other unnamed businesses like McDonald's. Okay. Unnamed businesses. 150 us. Us don't get nothing. And oh, and by the way, I don't know if many of you are aware of this or not, but 75% of unemployed individuals currently don't qualify for unemployment compensation. Okay. Like bar and restaurant workers, because of their salary limit, but their average salary is $2.13 an hour plus tips. And since tips, can't really be calculated, small business with employees. What about us that are a one-man show? Like doesn't have employees. Well, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You qualify for a fee-free loan that you'd have to pay back. Nothing for the little man. No. He retired at the perfect time. Yeah, so did I. Now Trump's not buying you nothing. Food is medicine. Medicine is insured. Insurance is universal. Therefore, everyone gets to eat. Well, you know what? Speaking of insurance, well, now that these people are unemployed, they don't have health insurance. Granted, if you get the coronavirus, you're not supposed to have to pay anything medically for the test, for your medical care. But what about if you have to have your appendix taken out? See, because you don't have Medicare for all and you don't have a job, if you don't have a job and your health insurance, okay, so now what do you do? Okay, now you don't have your job and you don't have health insurance and you're sick with the coronavirus. Well, that's coronavirus is taken care of, but your kid broke his arm. So now you got to pay for his broken arm, but you don't. So you don't have any money, and you were making $72,000 a year, so you didn't get that $1,200 check, okay, which probably would have covered maybe half of the bill we're offering right now. Well, hire somebody quick, I guess. America's built on cards. Yeah. Also, pot should be covered by insurance. Yes, it should. All our money is in military. Perfect. That's that's another thing is Trump said Trump lied every day this week, by the way. Washington expanded unemployment to cover wage staff and some people that would otherwise not qualify for unemployment. Viewership dwindles the more comments I make. Oh ha ha. Oh, you're watching the numbers? Is cool. I believe them. I may be wrong. Puffing bad. Puffer bad. Am I puffering bad? Maybe that's why people are fading in and out on me. Because I notice the number keeps fluctuating. But like you said, maybe YouTube's fucking with the signal. Buffering festival. Well, that's a shame that you're not hearing everything I'm saying, because I'm saying a lot of good shit. I refreshed, it came back. Oh, well, refresh everybody. Maybe I'm more the other day that we got was it 50 million masks coming? Yeah, you know when they're coming? In 18 months. Okay. He said we got 2 military medical ships. They're coming, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. Both of those ships are currently in maintenance. Okay. One of them doesn't even have a medical crew. All right. So he's lying every fucking day. Okay. He made each of those statements he made on a different day this week. All right. I got a thing from Xfinity telling me to upgrade my modem, and then I couldn't get on their fucking site. So I don't know what to tell you. I'll have to try to work with them again. Maybe I'll try reaching them by phone. Sorry, my numbers are so low today because I got a lot to rant about. But I have a plan. Okay. Give everybody in the country $500,000. Be cheaper than all this shit. And when it's all over, recovery would be real simple. We'd spend the fucking money and everybody'd benefit. Okay. And we wouldn't have any poor people anymore. Everybody'd pay their mortgage. We just wouldn't give it to anybody who makes more than $150,000 a year. YouTube also seems to not be sending out notifications either. My numbers have been low too. Oh, everyone living off the bank interest. Yeah, yeah. No, you put that $500,000 in the bank. Well, of course, now they're not paying any interest because the Fed dropped the fucking interest rate to nothing. Okay, because of Trump. So let's talk about the wheat of the week. Okay. Let's go wow. Okay. I mean, there was a time when you could live on the interest of $1 million. And that ain't happening anymore. So the wheat of the week is strawberry lemonade. And apparently it has a hard time staying lit. 22.121% THC. And it's a sativa. And a damn good one. Because I don't want to shut up. There is no good news. So I'm going to tell you a personal anecdote from when I worked at the Liquor Commission. Okay. It was the mid-'80s, a long, long time ago. I was a field agent at the time. And there was, I had a complaint signed to me on a liquor store on the northwest side of the city. It was just off North Avenue in Chicago. And it was Optimus Prime. Nice. 24.5% indica. Intense. An intense indica. Anyway, was just off North Avenue on Laramie, I believe. And at the time, there was an influx of individuals from the Middle East. And this was new to us. This individual happened to be from Iraq. And we hadn't encountered people with what I would refer to as a black market mentality in the liquor industry before. And we had suddenly come across this, several instances of this. And it struck us odd because it was unusual. So this individual, the complaint accused this individual of purchasing liquor, stolen liquor from individuals. That was the complaint. Purchasing stolen liquor and then reselling it. I went there and I did a cursory inspection of the place, and I found liquor bottles on the shelf in his store that had retail price stickers on them that were different from other retail price stickers. Like there were like white ones and orange ones on the bottles, all the same brand, which was kind of unusual because they'd all come off the same price. They'd all be the same. You know, you wouldn't see different colored ones of different shapes, that sort of thing. They'd all be the same. So I asked to see his price gun, and his price gun had all white labels on it, but there were bottles that were orange labels on it. So I questioned it, and he admitted to purchasing liquor from individuals. What it was is that there were young people who were literally going into stores and stealing liquor off the shelves and selling it to him by the bottle. And my weed gets me fucked up too, 8-7. That's the purpose, I thought. Anyway, he admitted to me that he was purchasing liquor by the bottle and such from people off the street. And his response to this was he said to me, "How can I run an honest business if I don't buy my liquor illegally?" And I was at a loss for words at that point. I just didn't know what to say, and I was baffled by it. I wrote him up, but I made an appointment to come back a week later to review his records of purchase, and the store was closed. I had his application with me, so I decided to go to his residence address, and it was non-existent. You would drive down the street, and there were no fronts to any buildings. It was sides of houses and garages and such. There was just the sides of houses and the sides of people's garages. There were no fronts to any buildings along the street he said he lived on. So I couldn't find his home. Do I have any physics toys? I don't know. Besides a bong. I don't know. I don't know what a physics toy would be. I'm confused. Okay, that answers it. I mean, I guess I might have toys that are physics toys, but I wouldn't know. Would that be possible? I was going to tell you about a Dean Koontz novel that was written in 1981 that purportedly predicts this coronavirus. But I read on my phone a CNN report that it's a hoax, that it's not really true. So, that in the initial novel, it was about Russia, and in the 1981 novel, it was about Russia, and that in 1989, it was changed to China, and that the other, I don't believe the other quote in the that the prediction portion of the hoax up thing actually comes from the novel. I didn't bother bringing it up. Would have been cool if it did, but so I didn't mention it. Oh, you've seen snippets of that on Facebook? Yeah, it was cool because allegedly it said that a flu-like virus was going to hit the world in 2020, and that it was fabricated in Wuhan, China, and all of that stuff. Or photoshopping. No, I didn't. I just saw snippets from the novel. And apparently it was actually 1989. I mean, it was actually in the novel. It was supposed to be the 400th strain of a virus that they fabricated as a weapon. But it wasn't. The whole 2020 thing is fake. That wasn't actually in the novel, I don't believe. And you know, it's bullshit, essentially what I'm saying. I don't, you know. Anyway, that's where we are. But this, I know someone said that that it had been that unemployment had been expanded to the restaurant industry, but around here, it really doesn't apply because I know I have a lot of bartender friends around here. They work or they don't work enough hours, you know. I don't know. Most of them don't work enough. If they do get paid by a paycheck, they don't work enough hours to qualify for unemployment, you know. So I don't know. It's fucked up. Uh, uh, it's I don't. This is going to last a long time. You know, this this business telling people to stay home and isolate yourself from your family. That's bullshit. I mean, you can't isolate yourself from your family. Okay. First of all, come November, we don't even know what candidates are going to be alive come November. Okay. And it's amazing how fast Trump got the results to his test. And it's taken people days to get the results to their test. And if you do have the virus, uh, they're sending you home to wait. How many people are you infecting until you get the results to your test? Let's just isolate yourself, be alone, stare at the wall, go insane like me. Yeah, internet is free college if you use it right. Just smart. So, but I still think they ought to just give everybody a bunch of money. You know, just make everybody unpoor. You know, if you're rich already, fine. If you're not, give you money. Everything will work out. Just make everybody wealthy. And fuck these big companies, they got money. Okay? They already have money. Fuck them, they don't need money. They got money. They can sit and wait and then get money later. Exactly. Equalize the standard of living. I mean, give the poor people some money now, then they won't be poor later. Okay? Just give them money. set the prices back to the 50s. You don't have to go back that far. Okay? You don't have to go back that far. I got out of the service in December of 19. I bought a brand new 1968 VW Beetle, $2,200, tax and license included. And it was loaded. I had the wood inlaid dash, had a cigarette lighter, had a heater, had everything, all the extras. Blaupunkt radio. I had it all. Automatic. Oh, no, I didn't. I had a stick shift. Never mind. Bring back the Coke elixir. Put the cocaine back in the Coke. You know that Coca-Cola imports cocaine to this day. The sole importer of cocaine. Well, not the sole importer. They have a cocaine. They have a license to import cocaine. Coca leaves. Excuse me. They have a license to import coca leaves. Because that's the secret to the taste of Coca-Cola. Yeah, if it ain't have the Coke. Yes, it's decocainized coca leaves. But yeah, they take the zip out of the coca leaves and use the flavoring. Damn it. They removed that a long time ago. It's a shame. Should still have that kick. Keep me posted on the time there, H7. Counting on you. This one's getting short. You know, Tom Hanks and his wife, they found out early. That's because they were in Australia where they were testing people. That's because they were over there in Australia where they were testing people, you know. That's how they found out. If they were here, they'd have been dead by now. They never would have known. Of course, they're wealthy enough, they'd have gotten tested here too, though. Imagine. So, but yeah, there's a real fucked up situation here with the traffic noise has died down significantly here. Finally have peace and quiet. Can hear myself think. Yeah, I never have much traffic noise. But actually, I have daytime truck traffic. He coughed. He has to see. SPLIFFY. Locked them in the basement. 14 days. Oh, not in the basement. If it rains, I'll get covered. Please, not the cellar. Don't put me in the cellar. Put me in the back bedroom. At least I'll have a bathroom and a TV. Something to stop with. And I'll have it all. I don't need anything else. Just the weed, you know. I'll take the, what do I need? I don't even need food. The Buddha box. all I need. KD lurking hardcore. So, yeah, this strawberry lemonade just doesn't burn. Or I'm talking too much. I don't know which it is. Anyway. Yeah, I really miss going down to the bar, but I'm going to save a hell of a lot of money because I spent. Katie sent me something really cool earlier, and hugs to Katie. Surgery for a while now. I don't imagine they're going to need a hospital bed for somebody else. You know, no unnecessary. Most septic place around, or a church. I'm sure they'll put it off, dog. I had an appointment with my cardiologist on Tuesday, and well, you were here. They called me up and says, "How about we have your cardiologist call you on Tuesday? Have a virtual appointment." I told them that wasn't even necessary. I felt just fine. So, C4. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for that. Yes, I have. I have seen you on your bad days. I saw you lying flat on your back. White as a sheet. That was like the worst. Don't do that again. That was like close to the casket. Supposed to do that. You're going to get the government to spend this money. I was watching Bernie Sanders last night on YouTube, and he wants to expand unemployment compensation to everybody. He wants to expand unemployment compensation to everybody. If you're unemployed, you get a check, and your check is equivalent to your salary. Okay? Not what they decide to give you, but it should be equivalent to your paycheck. I mean, that makes the most sense, doesn't it? You're getting the same amount of money. I guess so, unless H7 is intuitive in some way. 22? Mike? What are you, psychic? But yeah, a minute. I better put it in my hand. Ooh, this one I packed real good. This one feels exceptional. Maybe it's a good burner. I don't know. Might have something here. Here, I don't need my notes anymore. Fired up. Okay. Happy 420, everybody. Oh, it's spring, I failed to mention that. It's no longer winter. We made it. We made it through the winter. That's a good thing. You gotta go outside and smoke while they're home. Motor. Have they returned? Yeah, it's getting lighter. I don't see myself going in to get it done anytime soon either. I don't see the rush. Nobody's going to see it. Won't be going anywhere. Aquamarine is where it's at. Yeah, well, I kind of like to keep it electric green and yellow in the summer, but I don't know. Maybe you're right. You didn't answer me. Okay. I guess you went outside. Can't take it home without questions. I was wondering if his family came back. Well, I'm breaking up. Oh, didn't know that. It didn't tell me. Sometimes it tells me, sometimes it doesn't. You know? So, see, now it just told me. It tells me I'm reconnecting. Okay, now it tells me I'm reconnecting. I was asking, are they back? Family back? Dog? 42. 42 cookies. And H71. And you almost won, but you weren't here. If you'd have been here, you might have won. Wednesday is punishment. Is that it? Or because it's spring? Is that like a rule with you? You smoke outside when it's spring? Is that how it works? You only smoke inside in the winter? Kind of like hibernation. That doesn't explain why you have to smoke outside. Can they smell it from North Carolina or what? It's that's what I'm saying. You're airing the place out. Is that my question? I mean, is that the answer to my question? Yes. Okay. So you're airing the place out. I got you. Well, get out the air freshener. So, or fart a lot between now and then. Eat beans. I'm in the garage. I can hear the neighbors out there. I can hear. I pity the fool who smokes. I don't. What can you hear, dog? I don't understand. Am I missing something in the chat? I have it on live chat. What's going on? What are you doing in the garage? Why are you in the garage? Anyway. Oh, because you're smoking, of course. Not much going on. Well, of course, not everybody's in. Got it, dog. You can hear other things. It's not just you. Oh, I got it. I try not to choke and go back in your I see. All my neighbors are too far away to hear. Everywhere. But I'm getting free dog food. Whoops. Here goes my connection again. I'm getting free dog food. We're so, and we gave them the tracking number and everything. They said they sent us some more. Looking for it and found it on the neighbor's porch, which isn't very close. So they're going to send us another one too. So we're getting free food. But we're not going to tell them, because what the hell, we had to go get it, and they're supposed to deliver it. We figured it's not fair. I mean, after all, we paid to have it delivered. This stuff doesn't burn very well. And it's rather coffee. But it is a sativa. It's not making me drowsy at all. Whoops, there I go again. It says, that says I was reconnecting. I don't know if I went away or not. But anyway, this staying in thing really sucks. Oh, okay. Nice that you're back. So this staying in thing really sucks. And there's nothing on the news. And finding a law story is impossible. Because I scroll through my phone and there's nothing in there but coronavirus stories. And needless to say, none of them are upbeat. You know, they don't talk about anything else. What does the outside world have that I don't have at home? Other people to talk to. I have friends and physics toys. Besides the virus and physics toys, yes. You got me there. You got me there. He said. Yeah, I used to have a shirt that said "hanging with my buds." There's a weed on it, hanging on a line, smiling, tasty buds. In the lungs training, yeah. ILT. Oh, it's better hyphenated. Okay. So Small crowd today. Oh, there goes Mrs. Spliffy. Letting the puppies out.
No digging.
No digging.
No digging in this.
Boy, she's really been tearing up the yard.
Heidi.
Not Mrs. Spliffy, Heidi. She's really been digging a lot this year. We had a walkway put in. Some of it's starting to cave because of her. So. Get my hands and knees and working on something like that. Good thing I clarified. Yeah. I used to think she dug for moles, but used to think, fading again. Huh? Used to think dog was digging for moles, but the way she's just digging. I don't know what to do. Just tearing up the yard. And it's, I don't know. I don't know the way this thing says I'm fading in and out. I think I'm just going to have to end it, kids. I don't see any point in continuing. I am fading in and out a lot, am I not? Because it keeps saying it keeps saying I have to reconnect. And is that what's going on? Let me know if that's what's happening. That's what it's saying. A fair amount. Okay. Well, I'm just going to sign off then. If it's horseshit signal, then I might as well just go away. Okay. So, yeah, this is out too. You know how it is. There's nothing funny about peace, love, and understanding. So next week, and don't get sick. All right. Bye.